Whether they're in church or standing on a street corner, the members of Grace Tokyo Church loudly sing their songs of praise. These young people are part of a new youth movement that many Japanese Christians hope will revive Japan's churches. Filipino pastor Glenn Navarrete was born and raised in Hawaii. He and his family answered God's call to Japan in 1992. The church in Japan is small and getting smaller every day. The average Japanese church has 30 people, and many have less than 10 members. Church historian Masakazu Suzuki says traditional churches are dying out.
After the war, a lot of American GIs who came to Japan, who were Christians, but later came back to Japan as missionaries. So after the war, the Japanese church grew a lot. Then after 50 years, 60 years, now a lot of pastors are getting older and now facing the time for retirement. Also, many members are getting older too.
Like most Christians, Suzuki believes God is using the recent disasters to open the hearts of the Japanese people.
There have been more than 1,280 aftershocks since the March 11 earthquake, and there could be more. But Christians here are praying for a different kind of aftershock, and that is a spiritual awakening of the Japanese people.
Businessman Yuto Matsumoto saw how the power of God restored his marriage after a divorce.
I worked too hard, so I didn't much attention to my family.
His Christian daughter visited him in New York, where he moved, and took him to watch the Passion of the Christ movie on Easter. Later, back in Japan, she brought him to the church their family has been attending since converting to Christianity.
And during the preaching, I couldn't stop crying again. I don't know why. But right after the service, I went to Pastor Scott and asked him how I can become Christian. That was April 2004. I accept Jesus as Lord. It was the beginning of my new life.
2 years ago, Yuto remarried Takako, his ex-wife. Today, they have a harmonious relationship with Christ at the center of their marriage. And at work, Yuto shares his faith with his colleagues. Yuto invites them to visit Grace Tokyo Church, where he serves as an interpreter.
One of the things that we have that a lot of Japanese churches don't have is just a lot of joy and a lot of laughter. I think that's what God wants to bring into this nation, that there is a reality of joy in serving God and knowing God. And we also cater to the young people. We let the young people step up and take charge of the music, do our preaching. Young people love it. They want to participate in the growth of the church.
The youth go out of their way to spread God's love, singing gospel songs on the street, even when reprimanded by the police.
We just praise and worship, basically on the street, and let God move and touch people's lives. When someone stands right next to you, we just start talk to them and invite them to church.
These young Christians hope that through their involvement, Japan's older churches can be made young again and dying ones reborn. Lucille Talusan, CBN News, Tokyo.